One of the final styling touches you can add to the plane is the tail number. To do that, we're going to create a drawing and add text, which is the T button, and you come up with a tail number. And you cannot copy cat drawing into cat parts. So first thing you need to do is save this as a DXF. And then close it. And then open the DXF. And then you can copy the text. Go into your plane part. Enter a sketch on the XZ plane. And paste. And you might not be able to see it right away, but it'll show up in the tree, so you can reframe on and find it, and then scale it up to the size you want using the scale button that's highlighted over on the right. And this feature is a little, well, it's very glitchy, so it's best to just go a little bit at a time, and then you go too far and you lose it. There, you can drag it over to where you want, so you can tell whether or not the scale is too big or too small. In this case, we'll make it a little bigger. Press the scale button, click a point, and then move your mouse. Good size, that's okay. And to get this onto the horizontal tail surface, or whatever surface you may choose, or I'm sorry, the vertical tail. Maybe you want to put it on the nacelle or somewhere on the fuselage, depending where your engines are. You can project it onto that surface in the Y direction there. And you should really only do one side. You can extract a solution. For some reason it's giving us both. And obviously the numbers on the other side need to be in the opposite direction, so you can read it from the other side. So you can press the disassemble tool into the different domains, which is the option on the right. I went through there really fast, sorry about that. And that splits up all your lines into different curves, as opposed to everything just being one projection. And then I'm getting rid of all the stuff on the far side, just deleting them. Oh, never mind, it had two projections, so, okay. It's gone. And this can get a little messy because you're going to have a bunch of different things, so make sure to keep your tree organized as you go. And each of these letters we're going to fill in. For letters like the A and the 0 or anything else, the 4, number 4, just fill in the outside. You're going to have to cut the intersections out. You can use a split. And sometimes it doesn't like splitting things with just a line. So I want to make sure that I have the actual fill selected when I cut it. So select the fill, then the curve. No, still error and error. So we're going to extrude the inner parts of the letters, or slash numbers, and we'll cut it with that instead. Just do a little bit in each direction. All Y component extrusions, and then cut the fills with those extrusions. And hide the extrusions. So now we have our stickers, we're going to make them a thick surface, something very small, maybe 0.01, 0.02 inches. You have to do them one at a time. This gets rid of the graininess you see where it doesn't know whether to show you the tail or the number. Let's see. Now, to make sure you made it thick enough, you'll want to do a rendering from a couple different angles. And sometimes your numbers disappear on you a little bit, then you should probably make it a little thicker. 0.02 inches is probably fine. You really can't see it sticking off the tail anyway. But we need to create the other side of the tail as well. So I'll go through that really quickly once I finish organizing the tree. Okay, same procedure, sketch. I already have the numbers on the clipboard, so I'll just paste them. Scale. If you remember the scale, it's good to remember the scale that you did the first time. Then you can get these exactly the same size, otherwise you might have to eyeball them or measure and keep scaling. But the scaling tool is a pain, so it's hard to get what you want. And to make them backwards, you can reflect them. Your other option is to, when you open up the sketch, click the normal to view plane, and then you might have to click it again, and you get the thing where it flips the sketch plane around, so you're viewing it from the other side, and then paste it. Then your numbers might be in the correct orientation. So here, just kind of eyeballing to get the same size. It's close. Can never really see them both at the same time anyway. And now we project those onto the surface. Select them all, project, Y component, nearest solution. And I gotta go through and hide all the other ones. But anyway, same procedure. You get the number. Here's just an example rendering. Shows that the numbers appear as you would expect.